thanks for tuning in. Today I am back in this corner of my apartment with another styling video. I rediscovered some of my early pieces from my collection and it got me thinking, how could I reincorporate them into my wardrobe? So today's styling video is going to center around 3 pieces from my early collection. If you're tuning in for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I like to do these luxury fashion videos here on YouTube. I share hauls and reviews, but at the end of the day, I share my journey so we can all mindfully curate our own collections. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below with your favorite look. All of your support really means a lot to me. So I say these are like the oldest pieces of my collection. They're not exactly all from like the first year that I started really collecting pieces, but I picked one handbag, one ready-to-wear piece, and one pair of shoes. I thought that would give a nice variety, and wanted to challenge myself on how I could perhaps reincorporate them, maybe mix them with some of the newer accessories that I have in my collection, some newer ready-to-wear pieces or things like that, and see how I could like revive those pieces. As much fun as it was for me to put these looks together, I also wanted to do this video in hopes that it actually inspires you to maybe pull something out from your wardrobe that maybe you haven't touched in a few years. I feel like we get so like wrapped up into like what's trending now, what's in, and what's really fashionable, that sometimes we lose sight of really good pieces that we might still have, and you know, with a tweak here or there, we can still enjoy today. As you guys know, I'm not the most trendiest when it comes to my overall wardrobe. I am working with whatever I already have in my closet or pieces that I have already purchased for spring summer. I'm in my robe because I'm about to change into my first outfit, and I'll talk through it when I come back on. So this is the first outfit. This is actually the outfit that inspired the concept for this video. I wanted to wear my Chanel harness, and I don't know, I feel like this gingham top makes it look very Dior-esque, but it's Chanel. Well, the top is not Chanel, the top is from Zara, but the accessories are Chanel. With this Chanel harness, I also paired my Chanel tall boots that I have, that I also realized I didn't really wear a lot this autumn-winter season, so I wanted to pull them out before it got too hot to do that. And I felt like the outfit needed a pop of color, and that's what got me to pull out. This is the very first luxury designer handbag that I ever purchased, and I still have it in my collection, even though arguably the style is a little bit dated. But it is the Miu Miu, oh, I don't even know what the name of this style is anymore. I can't remember. I think you guys will probably recognize this style. You know, it's like that pleated, kind of ruffled look that Miu Miu is really well known for. And I just felt like this whole outfit needed some sort of pop, you know? And that's where this red handbag came in, and that's why I paired them together. I didn't actually center this look around this old piece in my collection, but as I was putting it together, I realized I can pair it with some more current accessories like my Chanel harness, like the boots perhaps, but you know, this is definitely a blast from the past, but I feel like it kind of goes. You know, I don't think it's like too dated looking. I think it's the color that also really helps with this look. If you feel like the tall boots are like a little too much or too hot for where you live, you could always pair this with ankle boots, and I still think it'll give a very similar look. I mean, even like sleek sneakers. I think sneakers could also look really cute with this. I think I just didn't mention my shorts. My black shorts underneath here are from Uniqlo. They were just a random pair of shorts that I got while I was on vacation, actually. But they actually were just the perfect length, and they kept the outfit really comfortable. So that's the entire look. The next outfit is with this Dior pullover. Who remembers when I picked this up from the very first Kim Jones Dior men's collection? I mean, I definitely can't say that this is like the oldest ready-to-wear piece that I have, but it is older and it is a little bit more iconic to the specific season that it was released. So typically I try to stay away from pieces that I feel like are very obvious, like what collection it came from. Like remember the Chanel Cruise collection, I think, that said like all the La Posa pieces. There were some that always had like Deauville written down on them. So I try to stay clear from those kinds of pieces. This was a little bit of an exception. That's how excited I was about Kim Jones's like first Dior men's collection. So that's why I thought about this piece when I was thinking of what other pieces I could work with. I wanted to play with a bit of a pink and purple moment. I wanted to contrast that a little bit, but kind of play it up in a girly way with some purple accents, and those are all on my feet. If you watched one of my recent collective hauls, you would have seen that I picked up quite a pair of shoes recently, and these lilac loafers were actually one of them. And then even like before that, I picked up these purpley socks because they were like purple lilac, and they also had a daisy on them, which is like super cute. I didn't know there would be a moment for these to come together like this. I feel like they actually work really well together to kind of play up a little bit of that girliness, but then counteract it with this kind of oversized menswear pullover. I just paired it with some denim shorts. These are some Levi cut-off shorts that I have. They are a little bit on the short side, I would say. I think I would prefer for some denim shorts that are a little bit longer, so guess who's going to start looking for slightly longer shorts. But otherwise, I kept it really simple on the bottoms to keep it casual. For my bag, I wanted to bring in that pink again, so I paired it with my Hermes Picotin 18 and the gorgeous Magnolia color, because it was just, I feel like it's just a really good color to tie in the pink and purples of this outfit. And even though the shade of pink isn't identical and the shade of lilac is not the same, I like playing with that slightly brighter and slightly pastel tone contrast together, because I feel like it helps add a lot more dimension to the look. Okay, so this is the last outfit, and it is around my shoes. These are my Saint Laurent platform Mary Janes. These are really early on in my collection, almost probably like 8-9 years ago now. Lo and behold, like platform pumps are like making a huge comeback. Granted, they don't look identical. I would say the current trend has much more of a chunky heel versus like this kind of stiletto heel, and the platform is also crazy high. So they're not identical, but I do not see myself buying platform pumps anymore. So I figured it made a fun excuse to pull out the ones that I already have. And I wanted to style it in a little bit more of a dressier way, but not too dressy. Because if you already watched my winter outfits video, you saw how I styled these platform heels with a kind of more of a going out outfit. You can reference that video in case you haven't seen that and wanted some inspiration for how to dress it up. But I wanted something that, you know, might be, it could be work appropriate if you like to wear these kinds of shoes to work, but it also could be like for a more casual but nice outing, if that makes sense. Like a date night, or like a meeting you might have where you don't want to be too formal for it, but you don't want to be dressed down either. I feel like this is like a nice combo in between. Also, everything is super, super comfy. So even though it might look like you're a little dressed up, you're not feeling very restricted in your outfit. So I paired these platform pumps with these Isabel Marant pants. I picked these up from Woodbury, I think like a year or two ago, and they're super, super comfy. They are super high-waisted though, and they did come with one of those like ribbon ties. So one of the tricks that I wanted to mention with this outfit is that I just tucked my straps, the ribbon ties, into my pants and have them falling down my pant legs. Now, you can't do these for all pants because you would need a little bit of extra room in your pant leg to fit the ribbon, if that makes sense, the tie string. Because I wanted to pair it with this kind of cardigan that was fitted here, I didn't want there to be too much bulk, and so I went ahead and I tucked that into my pants. And I'm just wearing it with this cardigan, this like balloon sleeved cardigan that I got from Aritzia. It's from the brand Wilfred. I believe it's one of their classic styles that they come out with pretty often. And it's of course in this kind of dusty lavender-y color because even though I got this like 2-3 years ago, apparently that was like on my mind before I realized it was on my mind. And I just paired it with a nude tank top underneath. This one in particular is from Zara, but any sort of tank top I think would work fine because it is a pretty deep V. I also wanted to pair it with my Chanel walk, and I left the straps inside to give it a little bit more of like that clutch feel, to give it a little bit more of a dressy look. But if I did want to use the straps, I would just bust them out. And I can throw it over crossbody like this and just be hands-free all day. I can also shorten the straps and make it a little bit more of like a shoulder carry bag, which is also super fun, and I feel like it's just really versatile, really easy to style in a lot of different ways and make it easy to carry for the entire day. So those are all of the outfits for today's styling video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this inspires you to think about some of the pieces in your wardrobe that might be waiting to see some light of day. Maybe this inspires you to pull them out and re-fall in love with some pieces in your wardrobe. I will link to everything that I am wearing in the description box down below, so definitely open that up to see all of the details for each outfit. Anything that I can find links of, I will also provide as well. But just another disclaimer that all of these items are pieces that I've had in my wardrobe. A lot of them I've had for many years. So although you might not be able to find the same exact piece, there are lots of items that are very similar, or you might already have something. Like maybe you already have like a cropped cardigan that's slightly oversized. Maybe it's not in this lavender color, but a green. And that's totally okay too. You might be surprised with how much you already have in your wardrobe, so definitely shop your own closet first. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video and you enjoyed these styling videos, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time, bye!